The lights in room 217 had been flickering for 3 nights before anyone thought to check what was behind the wall. The Grand Callaway Hotel had been operating for over 90 years, and in that time, 17 guests had died inside its walls. Most of those deaths were ruled natural causes. Most of them. Daniel Marsh was a travel writer, and the Callaway was supposed to be just another assignment. 1 night, 1 review, and back home by morning. He arrived just after 11 at night, and the lobby was empty except for the clerk, a pale, thin woman who never once blinked. She handed him a key on a brass ring and said, "Room 217 is ready for you," even though Daniel had booked room 304. He should have left. He knows that now. But the rain outside had turned violent, and the next town was 40 miles away. Room 217 was at the end of the east wing, a part of the hotel that, according to a plaque near the stairwell, had been sealed off after a fire in 1987. Daniel unlocked the door and stepped inside. The room smelled like burnt wood and something else, something he couldn't quite name. He set his bag on the chair, sat on the edge of the bed, and that's when he noticed the mirror across the room was facing the wall. He told himself someone had moved it during cleaning. He told himself that twice. At 2:17 in the morning, he woke to the sound of someone breathing on the other side of the mirror. It wasn't loud, it wasn't fast. It was slow and steady and perfectly timed with his own. Daniel sat up and reached for his phone. No signal, no Wi-Fi, and the battery, which had been full when he plugged it in, was now at 4%. He did what any rational person would do. He turned on every light in the room and pushed the mirror face first against the bathroom door. That's when he found the journal under the mattress. Brown leather, no name on the cover, and dated entries going back to 1989. The first entry read, "Something lives behind the mirror. It only comes when you're alone, and it already knows your name." There were 41 entries in the journal. Each one was written by a different person. Each one ended the same way. Every entry ended with a name. And the last name written in that journal, in fresh ink that hadn't dried, was Daniel Marsh. He stood up. The room was silent. And behind him, very slowly, the mirror he had propped against the bathroom door began to turn itself around. The reflection in the mirror did not show Daniel standing there. It showed an empty room. He ran down the corridor, down 2 flights of stairs, and straight through the lobby, and the clerk watched him go without saying a single word. He stood in the rain for an hour before a truck driver stopped and gave him a ride to the next town. He never wrote the review. He never went back. He deleted every photo he had taken inside the hotel. Every one except one he didn't remember taking. The photo showed room 217. The bed, the lamp, the mirror, all exactly as he'd seen them. Except in the mirror, something was looking back. The shape in the mirror was small and hard to make out, but it was pressed against the glass, and it was waving. Daniel closed the laptop. He sat in the dark for a long time, and then, very quietly, his phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. The message said 4 words: "You forgot your key." He never opened the attachment. He changed his number the next day, moved to a different city within the week, and slept with every light on for the next 6 months. But here's the thing about room 217.
It doesn't need a mirror to find you.